Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a one brand tutorial and I'm going to be doing the brand e.l.f. I really like e.l.f. They're one of my favorite drugstore brands and I have something in front of me from every category except for one. The only thing that I didn't purchase was a mascara because I've used I think all of e.l.f.'s mascaras, and I don't like any of them. But, you know, to e.l.f.'s credit, not that many brands make a good mascara. My favorite is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. All Essence's other mascaras are excellent as well. Revolution does a good mascara. L'Oreal and Maybelline have some good mascaras. Um, but there's overall not that many brands that do a good mascara. So if the only thing that e.l.f. is lacking is their mascara, then that's pretty good. And let's see, one, two, three, yeah. Um, three of these products I bought over the weekend, and I'll talk to you more about those as I get to that step. So let's begin. I'm going to begin with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And I'm going to be using this Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. And this is a well-loved primer, as you can see. So if you watched yesterday's video, I was showing you some lashes that I got, and I had just about given up on lashes until I tried these. And if you have struggled to find lashes that work for you, then you might want to give these a go. I'm not going to be using them in today's video, but I have them on in yesterday's video. I don't like to wear wet lashes every day because you're aware that they're there, so you can kind of feel them. Although these, I think, were probably the most comfortable lashes I've ever worn. But if you want more information about that, check out yesterday's video. So right now the weather is not quite sure what season it wants to be. We're getting some warm days, we're getting some cool days, and we're getting some cooler nights. And if you are an observant person, you might notice something slightly different about my bedding back there. I'm going to be talking about that in an upcoming video because I want to give you guys a heads up about something regarding that. That will probably be my next video. I don't usually like to talk about what's coming up for videos because then if something happens and I can't get to it or something goes wrong, it's you know, kind of redundant to talk about something and then have it not happen. But I forgot to pin my hair back, so these clips are from Sally Beauty Supply and they really come in handy. Looks like I have little horns now. I'm going to use the same brush that I just used for my primer to apply my foundation. You can get away with that. Try it sometime. You'd be surprised. It almost goes on even better. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. My shade is Natural. And I haven't used this for a while, so I'm going to make sure that I shake it up good. Yeah, so the weather has been like all over the place, and I am so inspired when it comes to fall fashion. I'm like out of my mind looking at pictures, videos, magazines, websites of clothes, and I just picked up a few things recently. I got one more thing over the weekend that I'm going to be showing you in an upcoming video, hopefully this week. But yeah, it's my birthday coming up soon. My birthday is the first day of fall, the 23rd. And so I really want to go back to Primark and get a few more things. And I might go to some other stores too. This has nothing to do with the video, but I have to tell you guys about this. Not sponsored or anything, but have you guys tried this yet? This bubbly, sparkling water. I tweeted about it on my Twitter account, and this is the blackberry flavor, but I usually buy the cherry, and it comes in a bunch of other flavors. It's so good, you guys. I was always a LaCroix person, but I think I like this even better. Really been enjoying that. I don't drink soda, so that's what gives me like my soda fix without actually drinking soda. All right, so like I said, same brush and the e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation. This foundation has been around for a long time, and I hope they never discontinue it, because you know how companies are. They sometimes will get rid of products. Out with the old, in with the new. And with that one pump, I can pretty much do half my face. So you can see what a difference that makes. This is a foundation that I have bought over and over again. It has good coverage. It's not drying. Not really sure what you would call the finish on this. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I would describe this. But yeah, it's definitely full coverage, but it doesn't aggravate my dry skin. And then e.l.f.'s best concealer is by far the Camo concealer. If you've tried this and you didn't like it, it might be because you didn't get the right shade. I had to buy this 3 times before I got the right shade. My shade is medium peach, and yeah, when you choose your shade in this, go 1 or 2 shades darker than what you would normally go, because this shade range runs very crazy light. So it's got the doe foot applicator. And this is my sponge that I use. This came with a kit from Beauty Glazed that I got from Amazon. And I love it because when I wash this, the next day, it's just the tiniest bit damp. So it works really best when you just have that hint of dampness. God, I've got the worst dark circles in the world, don't I? But they're actually not circles. I've talked about this before. They're indentations in my face. When you reach a certain age, you lose fat in that part of your face, and it makes it look like you have dark circles. See, when I tilt my head back, they're gone because those are actually like shadows rather than dark circles. And the only thing that you can do to get rid of them is to get injections, fillers, but no. Okay, next I'm going to use the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. And this is a pressed powder that is, it's just transparent. Looks white, but goes on transparent. I'm actually going to use the other side of the sponge now. I'm just going to press some of that into my skin. I do not recommend this powder for anybody who does not have fair or light skin because it's going to leave a white cast. So it's supposed to be clear or transparent, but it's actually not. But if you do have fair or light skin, I think you would like it. Okay, and if you've watched any of my recent videos, you know that I now do highlighter, blush, bronzer in the opposite direction that I used to, or that most people do. There's a story behind it, but I've talked about it so many times that I don't want to bore you and mention it every time, but it was not my idea. I got the idea from somebody else's video, who got it from somebody else. Okay, for highlighter today, we're going to use the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls, plural. And I'm going to use this Real Techniques contour brush. I like to use this for blush and highlighter. So we'll put a little bit of that on first. And this blush by e.l.f. in blushing is still available. It's just now they have different packaging. It's round now instead of square, but it's the same blush. Really pretty shade. Gives you just a nice, healthy glow. And I picked up this bronzer at Target over the weekend. It's in Sunkissed. A little on the warm side, but that's okay. I would say 1 out of every 4 Targets has got almost a full range of e.l.f. products. Check out their website and you'll be able to tell by searching for specific products to see which ones are in store. But this one Target that I went to over the weekend, they had almost a whole aisle of e.l.f. products. So if you like e.l.f., it might be worth it to scope out the Target that has the full, not the full range, but because I mean e.l.f. has thousands of products, but you know what I'm saying. This is an AOA Studio fan brush. I like to use this for bronzer. So first I'm going to do contour my face. Then I'm going to do the hairline. This is like the easiest brush in the world for bronzer and contour. So that's e.l.f. bronzer, and that's like their basic bronzer. I think it was $3. And then I'm going to use the e.l.f. Their basic eyeshadow primer. I think they have a couple other ones, but this is just the basic one that's like $2. So I'll put a little bit of that on, blend it out with my finger. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to use the e.l.f. I can stop saying e.l.f. This is a one brand tutorial. I'm going to use the Best Friends eyeshadow duo in Pink Pal. And these Best Friends eyeshadow duos, they come in all different color combinations, and this was the one that I was most drawn to. I'm going to start by taking this MAC shader brush, and I'm going to go in with this pinky peach or peachy pink shimmery shade. And I'm going to pop that on the lids. Just a very basic, everyday, wearable palette. Very easy. Wear it anywhere, work, school, wherever. Isn't going to clash with anything. This is a Morphe M506 brush. Now we're going to go in with this beige shade and put some of that in the crease. Always start on the outside portion so that you get the majority of your color there. Then work your way in. I also like to put a little bit on the outside of the lid just to do a little bit of contouring there and blend it into that outside portion. And I think this was $4. So $2 a shadow. Can't beat that. So I really like smaller eyeshadow palettes sometimes because, you know, they're more portable, they're easier. The color coordination is a no-brainer because it's mapped out for you. And they usually go with like safe, neutral colors that people are gonna want to put on for an everyday look. Because not everybody wants to do like colorful eye looks. Especially now that we're going into the fall season. I think people are going to be getting away from these crazy colorful looks that we've been doing over the warm weather. Just making sure this is blended out. Okay, I'm going to take this Zoeva small pencil brush and go into that beige shade and just run some of that along the lower lash line. Okay, the next product I'm going to use by e.l.f. is their No Budge retractable liner in black. Honestly, if I had to do over again, I wouldn't purchase this. I'm not wild about this eyeliner. It isn't the worst eyeliner in the world, but there's better drugstore liners out there. So I can't recommend this. But since this is a one brand tutorial, and I do already own this, Yeah, it's not horrible, but I don't know. Just feel like I have to work a little too hard to use this. You know, you have to just keep going over and over the same spots to get it to show up. Okay, so since my eyelash curler and my mascara are not e.l.f., Shiseido eyelash curler from Ulta and the Essence mascara I talked about before, I'm gonna just edit this part out because they're not e.l.f. and come back. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. brow pencil in taupe. It's got a spoolie on one end and then the product in the other. And I really like the formula on this. It's very easy to apply. It has an almost waxy feel to it. And even though it has a spoolie, you don't really have to blend it all that much. You know how some brow pencils are like stiff and dry and more pigmented? I think I prefer this kind because it's way less work. Depends on your brows too, though. See how fast that was? I'll do the other one off camera. The only thing about this e.l.f. brow product is because it is a softer, waxier formula, I have a feeling I'm going to go through this rather quickly, but it's cheap enough that, you know, I can just pick up another one. I think this was $3 or $4. And then for a lipstick, I'm going to use one of the e.l.f. matte lipsticks that look like this. These are really nice because they come tapered, so you don't really need a liner. This one is in Tea Rose, so I like to start by lining my lips with the fine tip. And then I sort of tilt it like on its side and fill in my lips. I bought this over the weekend, and I had this before, and I remembered that a lot of people like this color on me. It is very, very natural, very wearable. They have it at Target in 3 other shades. I also picked up the natural and the praline. The natural is more of a pale nude shade. Maybe just a hint of coolness to it, but it's very light. And then praline is sort of a warmer, browner nude. And then I didn't get the other one that they had, Scarlet Night, which was a red, because I have a lot of red lipsticks already that I really like, so you only need so many red lipsticks. So that's what they have at Target. But I think on the website it comes in even more shades. So this is Tea Rose. So that is my one brand e.l.f. tutorial. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.